of Mayhem 10, where all our beautiful farms items can now drop even higher on that damage scale. I've decided to put together a list of amazing high damage weapons I think you should be seeking out from that Mayhem 10 mode. How's it going, guys? My name's DPJ and today I'll bring you another BR3 video. If you do enjoy it, leaving a like really helps me out, and subscribe if you do want to see more. So Mayhem 10 introduced us to a set of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's just a farming part which can be the pain. Today I bring you a list of 10 weapons I have which surprise me damage number wise, and I believe you guys should indeed seek these out. With a couple of additions to new legendaries to the game too, which are just too good to ignore and leave off this list. Okay, so let's get into it, people. And in at number 10 we have my current favourite sniper in the game, and that's nothing other than the Krakatoa. Now the Krakatoa is a sniper which drops from the Rampager upon the Forgotten Basilica, offering incendiary only, and it's a charged Maliwan sniper which hits like a truck. Now yeah, one would argue there are better snipers in the game. That's fine in your opinion. This one though for me just ticks all the right boxes for my play style. It has a crazy fire rate, it's super powerful, a great magazine size. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. Now this was a beast before the introduction of Mayhem 2.0. Now it can drop, guys, offering 33k damage or even higher. So it's one of the most powerful snipers in the game, and DPS wise I'd probably say it is the most powerful in the game. Now for this spot and this video I only had room for one sniper. People would probably say this spot should have been given to the Sandhawk, and I do understand your point. But for me, the Krakatoa is the better and more consistent weapon. So dropping now up to 35k damage, guys, this is one you should be seeking out. Okay, so moving on, people, and next up we have nothing other than the House Shock. Now the House Shock is a Maliwan pistol which drops offering shock and incendiary damage with every variant, which you can switch between. It drops from Gigamind upon the Meridian Metroplex, and it's a pistol which in my opinion is a must get, because I also think everybody overlooks this thing. It has a massive fire rate, a giant magazine size, it's accurate, great handling, feels snappy, and melts all on Mayhem 10. And people, now it drops offering anywhere around at 5k damage times 2, so that's 10k per shot. No 2 bullets consumed per shot either, and given how quick this thing fires, and bullets ricochet the element not in use, this thing utterly shreds everything. Now the background gameplay you guys are witnessing with all weapons is what they do on Mayhem 10, by the way. Build is my Zane Winter Soldier 2.0 build, which if you're interested in you'll find linked within that video description. So yeah guys, the House Shock is even more of a beast now than it ever was. And those who were previously fans of this thing, you've probably already got it by now. Okay, so let's move on. And in at number 8 is the only epic on this list, and that is the Protuberance. Now this is a weapon we have all, well most of us, have known about since the very start or near that. This world drop epic is usually seen within the Slaughter Shaft and can drop in many different variants, including variants which are real low damage wise on paper. This Mayhem 10 version though is quite the opposite. As you can see on paper, this thing is in fact a powerhouse, dealing over 20k damage. Now there are many shotguns in this game which do this kind of damage, but the way this thing works and those projectiles, which then spawn upon you hitting a target which deal even more damage, means this is a super efficient shotgun. And yes, I know there are weapons like the Stagecoach, but that works way differently to this. And in my opinion that's only decent really on flak. I mean, it's good on other Vault Hunters, but there are definitely better out there, in my opinion. Now, I've always had a soft spot for this thing. I mean, it helped me on many occasions in my early days of playing this game. And it's great to see it's still one of the best shotguns in this game. I mean, you heard it here first, guys. Listen up. I guarantee you guys a legendary version will come soon of this. You will see. Okay, so moving on. And next up, we have a launcher, which I haven't seen anybody talk about in a while now. And that is the Iron Cannon. I decided to jump aboard the handsome jackpot and went to the fabricator to try and get this thing, and I soon noticed how incredibly powerful this thing is. Looking at this thing right here for Amara, 96,000 times 2. Like what? That's basically 200k damage without the addition of anointments. How crazy is that? I've also seen one guy that does over 100k damage, so I do believe we can possibly get a 2 times variant of that. which would be just unreal. Now on paper, I do believe this is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. I could be wrong, but unless my mind's gone blank, I do believe it is that. The only issue with this thing is though, is the fact of how much ammo it now swallows per usage. And unless you use my infinite ammo Zane build, or my infinite ammo technique, both videos you'll find linked within the video description, this weapon just isn't as efficient as it once was before Gearbox nerfed it. But if you guys do want to try your luck in getting this powerhouse, as you believe you have space for it, you know where to farm it guys. Okay, so let's move on to number 6 on this list.